All right, welcome back, guys, to the Crypto Future channel. I am Crypto Future. What's going on, guys? How the heck is everybody? Happy holidays. What's going on, guys? Good to see you guys. Let's make it big here. Let's make it big. That's what we do. Yeah, hopefully everyone had a good holidays. As most of you guys know, if you're in the VIP community, I was sick for pretty much the entire Christmas holiday. Had strep throat and migraines, and it was a nightmare. But I'm back. I'm better. It's all good in the hood. Let's get going, guys. Let's have a look at what's going on. Feeling good. Feeling good. Feeling great. Let's get into the super chats first. Isaac, my dude, season's beatings to you and your family. Nice to have you back. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. I hope that you and your family had a fantastic time. You're probably on vacation on a beach somewhere, right? Knowing you, brother. Knowing you, you're probably on a beach somewhere. Absolutely, man. Jared, what's up, buddy? I had an amazing Christmas with your family. Yes, I did. Had a good time. Hung out with the family. Had a lot of food. Time to burn some of those calories off starting today, guys. Get your New Year's gym memberships signed up. Let's go, baby. All right, we are caught up on the super chats. Let's get into the general chat, guys. What's going on out there? Smash a like, says John. Blessings, my friend. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, brother. Good to see you. Smash a likes. Yes, Paul, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Jared says, good morning, everyone. Welcome back, brother. Thank you so much. Carl, what's up, brother? Pow, what's happening, my guy? Oh, Howski, what's up, man? I'm sure Christmas was tough for you and your wife. I could never imagine. Yes, it was actually, it had its ups and downs. Absolutely. You're absolutely right, brother. But you know what? We have to keep going because we got 6 other kids, right? So, Passenger, what's happening, man? I missed you too. Missed you too, man. I missed all of you guys. Isaac says, in all honesty, I messed up my first portfolio by dipping into it. I'm excited for the new portfolio sharing at the bottom, though. Going, yes, I'm excited about that. Not only are we doing crypto, we're going to be doing stocks in my VIP community. You guys are going to know which stocks I'm getting into, and that will be starting this week coming up. Which stocks I'm getting into, which narratives I'm getting into in the stock market and in the business market, when I'm going to be taking a new position or expanding my position in silver, when I think the best time for that is, and so much more, guys. So if you want to build a more well-rounded, diversified across multiple assets portfolio as well, make sure you are in our VIP community. You know me says, welcome back, Rob. Glad you're feeling better. I am feeling good. I'm blowing 7 different kinds of smoke. Let's go, baby. What's your thoughts on Veracity? I do like Veracity. I think they have very little competition in the ad fraud protection narrative. I think that if they continue to expand, I'd like to see a few more partnerships and uses, like a lot of announcements of companies utilizing their technology. But right now, I do stand as leaning towards bullish on Veracity for sure. Merry Christmas, Jason, and Happy New Year, by the way. Absolutely, man. 2026, an enigma wrapped up in a mystery. What is 2026 going to unveil for us in these markets, guys? Let's have a look at the poll here. I asked when you guys think crypto is going to pump spring or next fall, and 69% of you guys say in the spring we're going to pump. I dig it. You know me says, hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free to do, man. Don't make it weird. Rockhound, hello everyone. Happy holidays, Rob. Great to have you back and very glad you're finally feeling better. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, brother. I'm blowing 7 different kinds of smoke. Like I said, let's go. Dave, what's up, man? Good to see you. Let's go, baby. It's me, Mario. Welcome back, Senor Rob. I'm not late, but 50 push-ups to lose the extra kilos. Yes, burn those Christmas calories, baby, because they're not free. Kizza, my guy, what's happening, brother? Hope you had a Merry Christmas, my friend. Good to see ya. Gamecast, hey, Rob. First video I'm watching since I got locked out of the Phantom. But guess what? I'm still buying, staying strong. There you go. You haven't figured out your Phantom yet? You haven't got that figured out? Kizza says, if you could look back at Crypto 2025, what would you change knowing what you don't know? Actually, Kizza, I'm actually kind of piecing together a video that I'm going to be releasing here on the channel in the next couple of days, looking at the projections for 2025, what went wrong, why those things went wrong, and how we can adjust moving into 2026. So stay tuned for that. I actually have been thinking about that over the last couple of days. Derek, what's up, brother man? What's your thoughts on Elixir? I do not know what that is. Let me have a looky. What's the ticker? Is the ticker Elixir? Is that the ticker? ELIXIR? Let's have a look at it. Is this what you talking about? What you talking about? Elixir, $1.7 million market cap, good tokenomics. Looks like a new project, right? Ticker's ELX. It's up 118%, 171% on the week. Oh, DeFi. You know, decentralized finance, stablecoin issuer. Nice. RWA. Look at that. You've got me interested, man. You've got me interested, brother. You know how to get me interested, don't you? CoinEX, Kraken. So we've got a tier 1 in Kraken. Got LBank. I would like to see a KuCoin, maybe eventually a Coinbase, but it's a good start. Where's most of the liquidity coming from? Gate.io, which is an Asian exchange. I think is it in Japan, China, something like that? Gate.io. So that's where most of the volume is. It's a fairly big centralized exchange. But what do they do? The Elixir network is a new primitive purpose-built for power, the next generation of institutional liquidity. Elixir powers DUSD, a fully collateralized, yield-bearing synthetic dollar. As long as it's not algorithmic, I'm fine with it. You know what? I like it, man. I like it. I'm going to have to look deeper into it, but I like it. What's going on, Wendy? I'm feeling great. Mick M Crypto in the house, jazz me, absolutely. I haven't gotten in. It's a long story. Thought the best to move forward and at least make something. Yes. Hey, and there's some opportunity over the next couple months, in my opinion, man. So you're gonna want to stay locked in. Darn YouTube changing my username. Yeah, it keeps giving me people's ats. I don't know why it's doing that. It's frustrating. Once in a while it does that, then your name's switch back. I don't know why it converts like that, guys. But listen, we've only got 68 people watching. Holy smokes. 68 people watching. How many likes do we have here, guys? 28. Oof, guys, geez, it's like kicking me right in the sack here. Come on. Hit the like button. It's absolutely free. Don't be that guy. Let's get into the news. Let's have a look over at Bitcoin's chart. What's happening over there? A lot of people have been asking me my thoughts on what's going on in the Bitcoin chart because I have been away for a little bit now. As you can see, we do have the bear flag going. I know we see a lot of people calling for a pump here, guys. And listen, we could see Bitcoin run all the way back up towards $100,000, and we would still be technically inside this bear flag, right? So we could hit $100,000, still be in this bear flag. So keep that in mind, guys. We could go all the way up to the top here, 100,000, and then back down again. That would be enough to put in that right shoulder. And then we head back down to Bone Town, right? So stay tuned, guys. Stay locked in because you're going to want to be paying attention on a daily basis to take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you. Can Jasmine start go up? Yes, of course it can. Of course it can. If Bitcoin does have a rally back up to around $100,000 in the next couple of weeks, probably towards the end of January, middle of January, you will see alts rally with it. Michael says, still holding my same bags from the gem list. Going to start a bag of Ondo and Pith, maybe DCA into XE and ZBIC. Thoughts? All fantastic projects. Loving Ondo, loving Pith, absolutely. XCN and ZBEC, as you know. I love all four of those projects. Right now, though, I am more leaning towards blue chips until we find our local, or not more our local bottom, but when we find our bear market bottom. Now, there's two mindsets that I have here about that, okay? One is that something's going to break. Here's the thing, guys. Something is going to break, right? And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here, all right? So here we have the previous cycle high inside this red box, right? Inside the red box. This is the previous cycle high right here at the bottom, 69,000, roughly 200 and something dollars, right? That's the 2021 cycle high, okay? Now, if we go back in time, what do we have here is the 2017 cycle high. And where did we bottom in the bear market after 2021? We bottomed right around the 2017 cycle high, okay? So we went a little bit below it, but not much, for like 2 weeks or something like that. This is the daily chart, right? So so we used the previous cycle high as support for the bear market bottom, right? Now, here we go over here. Here we go over here. We have the previous cycle high. Now, either this is going to break and we're going to fall below the previous cycle high, the 2021 high, again at 69,000, right at the bottom of this box, right? Either that structure is going to break and we're going to go lower to the 200-week moving average, which I will show you guys in a minute over on TradingView. So, but two things have been consistent when finding a bottom, okay? Two things. The first, as I just showed you, is using the previous cycle high as a bear market bottom, right? Either that's going to break, or let's go over to TradingView. Either that's going to break, or, oh, we're on silver right now. Look at that chart on silver, by the way. Boom, crazy. Or this is going to break, right? Now this down here is the 200-week moving average. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin bottoms at the bear market every time we get just a hair below the 200-week moving average, right? Every time. The only exception is right here, the COVID-19, right? But as you can see here, we dropped, we hit it, the 200-week right here in the bear market after the 2017 cycle. We hit it again right here. We dropped below it after the 2021 cycle, right in all this in here, right? So every bear market, we drop just a hair below the 200-week moving average, okay? But we've also, as I already showed you, used the previous cycle high as support. Now, where's the previous cycle high? Previous cycle high is right about there. Let's make that line a different color. Let's make it yellow, okay? So that yellow line right there, right, pretty close to the previous cycle high, right there, 73. We bounced. Okay, so let's go there, okay? Now, either the 200-week moving average or the previous cycle high, yeah, I was right there, is going to be the bottom. They've both consistently, in every bear market, been the bottom, but they're separated this time by price, right? They're separated by about, right now, 22%. So one of them's going to break. Either we're going to collapse below the previous cycle high here and drop to the 200-week moving average, making the previous cycle high structure being the bottom of the bear market no longer reliable, or we're going to hold the previous cycle high and dropping down to the 200-week will break, and that will no longer be reliable as a metric. So one of these two metrics is going to break going into this bear phase, or whatever you want to call it, right? So very, very fascinating stuff. I knew I'd get you going with that one. Keep me updated on the Patreon. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Oh, Taku's in the house. What's up, buddy? Can't wait to see you in April, my dude. We got to connect, man. We got to connect. Check your DMs. I'm going to send you a DM over on X today. Check your DMs a little bit later, man. Passenger says, if a coin is listed on Kraken, that means that it's probably not a scam. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, the tier 1 exchanges, listen, here's the thing. The exchanges are responsible for doing their due diligence in terms of researching the coins that they're listing. That's true, and they do have criteria that a crypto has to meet to be able to be listed. So it's definitely more, I want to say, for lack of a better word, safe to buy it if it's on something like Coinbase or Kraken or Binance or something like that, right? But nothing is ever 100% safe, especially in crypto, right? So down 50% on the portfolio. Wish I had more cash to DCA. The good news is you got time to acquire more cash to DCA. That's the good news. My question is, because this token is a ultra low market cap, $1 million. I need to know more about it, right? But if it's getting listed on Binance Alpha and Kraken, probably not a scam. I mean, I can't guarantee it, but probably not. Do you think it's a good time to DCA or wait for a correction on Elixir? I'd probably wait for a pullback, to be honest with you. If you wanted to take a smaller position, it might not be the worst thing in the world, but I wouldn't ape in, to be honest with you, because it's up like 171% on the week, right? So probably not the best time to go heavy. Good to see you back, Bruno. Thank you so much, brother. Michael says, Rob, I agree that something has to give. This has been the longest sideways I can recall for quite some time. Still holding out. Hope for a pump. Liquidity could come from the precious metals. Yes, that is another thing I wanted to talk about, Michael. You're absolutely correct. Let's go back over to silver, guys. Now, I talked about this in a video this morning, but if you look at silver's chart, look at that. Boom. That's insane, guys. $79.23. Now, I do think we could see silver move up between $90 to $100 before it's all said and done. You probably will see minor corrections along the way. I mean, look at this. People are going to take profits, right? But I do think you're going to see ultimately silver come close to that $100 psychological level before we see a correction. Personally, I'm not going to be getting back into or taking a position into silver, or adding to my position, I should say, into silver until it's back down somewhere around that. Here, let's put a box there. Somewhere around right here. Somewhere in here, $50 to $55 would be where I would take a position, where I would be adding to my position on silver. I think eventually that is where you're going to correct to, but I think you're going to continue to work your way up closer between $90 to $100 first. You might see minor corrections. Like I said, this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crazy green days in a row for silver. You got to remember, silver moves differently and generally slower than crypto does, guys. So people in the crypto space might look at this curve and go, but you know what? This is insane for silver, right? So just keep that in mind, guys. I need time to DCA. There you go. You got it, brother. You got it. Ty, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my guy. Good to see you, my guy. Okay, let's keep it moving here, guys. What do we have in the news? We haven't really gotten into much. I wanted to get into this just a wee bit. So ETH is now being removed, not sold. On-chain data shows that BitMine, Tom Lee's company, moved 154,000 Ethereum into the Ethereum staking contract over the last 20 hours. That's roughly $450 to $500 million. Now, I did a little bit of digging into that, guys, right? So they're staking, from what I'm gathering, 74,884 Ethereum, and they're getting 3.12% yield on their staking. Now, that might not sound like a lot if you're only staking 2 or 3 Ethereum, but if you're staking 74,884 Ethereum, 3.12%, and I told you guys about this, that institutions and bigger money was going to start staking their Bitcoin, their Ethereum, their Solana, as soon as they could, as soon as they knew it was safe, right? Because 3%, 3.5%, 5%, 6%, 7% on tens of millions of dollars is insane returns, right? So you're going to see all of that Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, and whatever other altcoins they get involved with, whether ETF or otherwise, you're going to start seeing those coins being taken out of circulation, adding scarcity, right? I do believe that in the very, very, very near future, we're going to start seeing people have to go on exchanges, and they want to buy some Bitcoin. You're going to have to get on like a waiting list or a pre-order list to be able to buy Satoshis of Bitcoin. Like, I want to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. You're probably going to have to be on a waiting list, because eventually, guys, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about here. Okay. Eventually, the demand is vastly outweighing the supply right now, right? Whales on Bitcoin demand exceed mining output by 13%. Institutional investors are increasing Bitcoin purchases despite recent price declines. Market data is showing that corporate demand exceeding daily mining supply by 13%. 13% more Bitcoins being purchased on a daily basis than is being produced. If that happens over the next couple of years, guess what? Exchanges are not going to have any Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, whatever it is, to sell you, right? That's where the price really starts to skyrocket. And that's why I try to tell you guys, you need to have a longer term mindset when it comes to, don't get into crypto saying, I want to get rich in a month. Get into crypto saying, the next few years, I'm going to build my net worth here. I'm going to DCA, I'm going to build, and guess what? It's going to explode when the time is right, but patience is key. Demand is driven by funds, public companies, and long-term allocators like me. I'm a long-term allocator. They are absorbing the supply faster than miners can produce new coins. As a result, short-term fear contrasts with long-term conviction. What do we got here? The pressure spans from $126,000 to recent lows near 80,500, which is, yeah, when did we hit 80,000? I can't remember. It must have been a little while ago now. According to Edwards, anyways, the corporate accumulation cycle is malfunctioning. This is reflected in record NAV discounts and rising leverage levels. Despite these risks, Bitcoin's network fundamentals remain strong. However, treasury-driven selling pressure may slow prices. I don't know which treasury companies are going to start selling their crypto. I've personally speculated on whether Michael Saylor will start to sell and Strategy at some point. If Bitcoin drops below their cost average, are they going to be forced by shareholders? Michael Saylor says no. So, I guess we'll find out. But they hold like 660,000 Bitcoin. Like, damn, can a brother get just one? Right? You know what I'm saying? So, again, guys, supply and demand is going to play a factor, and a lot of people who are not buying right now are going to look back and they're going to say, why the hell did I not buy some Bitcoin, buy some Ethereum, buy some Solana, buy some XRP, buy some ZBEC, whatever it is, not financial advice. You do you, boo-boo. But a lot of people will look back, just like they look back at the late 90s and say, why wasn't I buying these top stocks? What did I do with that couple $100 that I would have rather spent on pizza or whatever people were entertaining themselves with? Nightclubs, right? We didn't really have much else to do back then. Anyway, you get the point, right? You get the point, guys. Supply and demand is a real thing. BitMine gaining massive gains on staking, 74,880 Ethereum at 3.12%. That is off the charts. Bullish for them. Let's get into a little bit of a clip here from Crypto Chrome. The Genius Act becomes law in 2027. Let's have a look.
Your digital money could soon be frozen or deleted. Most people still don't know it.
In 2027, a U.S. law called the Genius Act goes live. It creates a legal framework for stablecoins. Under this law, digital dollars must be backed by U.S. treasuries. That means every new digital dollar requires government debt to be purchased. It's presented as safety. But safety comes with rules.
Section 126 makes this clear. If a stablecoin exists, someone has to be able to
turn it off.
Freeze it, seize it, destroy it, when the law demands it. That's not optional. That's the price of being allowed to exist in the system.
So it's basically like a CBDC, right? That's what they're saying. Someone needs to be able to turn it off, your stable coin. And that's what the government is really moving to do here, right? They said, oh, we won't have any CBDCs, right? They're just calling stablecoin CBDCs. If they're still going to have the same ability to turn your stablecoins off or take them or whatever the case might be, is it any different than a CBDC at the end of the day, right? It's bird in, like you're just, bird in hand or whatever the saying is.
And yes, holding money longer gives institutions leverage. That leverage is what keeps the system stable. And this isn't theoretical. Tether has already frozen billions of dollars across thousands of wallets under similar authority. So don't act surprised. This is how systems protect themselves.
Here's what that power really does. It turns money into a permission tool. Someone decides when it moves. Someone decides when it doesn't. And the longer money waits, the more valuable that control becomes.
That's exactly it. Like I said, guys, they're just calling CBDCs stablecoins. That's all they're doing at the end of the day, right? They're passing the Genius Act, these bills where they have control over your money still, right? At the end of the day. And it's shocking that I'm not really seeing, maybe it's just my echo chamber, but I'm not really seeing anybody talk about this, which is a little bit surprising, right? Am I still strong on honey? Absolutely. Absolutely I am. Divine, what's up, man? I'm not anticipating much additional downside for altcoins at this point. Just buying where I see fit until recovering. Not a bad plan. Not a bad plan. Elon Musk in the house. What's going on, my guy, my dude, my brother from another mother? What's happening, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's keep rolling along, man. Let's keep it going. What else do we have going on in the news on this Sunday? Flow blockchain faces controversy amid rollback decisions. What's going on here? So, Alex Smirnoff from DeBridge Central criticized Flow. So, as you guys have seen, Flow yesterday had a pretty big dump, right? Why did it dump? Let's talk about it a little bit. Their blockchain rollback on December 28th, which is today, citing a lack of coordination, potential economic losses, and systemic issues for the ecosystem partners. The rollback affects Flow's token price, introduces risk to honest participants, and raises concerns among validators about transparency and the protocol's integrity. So what is going on with Flow here, guys? I'm just finding this all out with you at the same time, right? So the co-founder of DBridge noted on a social media platform that the Flow team initiated a rollback without adequate communication. The lack of coordination poses a significant risk to the network's partners and stakeholders. As the rollback progresses, reactions from the cryptocurrency community amplify doubts over the decision's economic implications. He suggests that the financial fallout from this rollback might eclipse the original exploit's damage. He calls for Flow's validators to halt activities on the rollback chain until essential steps such as compensation plans are implemented. Industry observers, blah, 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 blah. So basically, he's telling validators, stop production here. Let's bring this to a screeching halt until we get a plan in place here for compensation and implementation, right? That is why you saw the price dump, as a lot of people obviously are going to want to bail on the project when you see people calling for a halt in production from the validators. The network goes down, not good for the price of the project, so a lot of people bailed. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy or a snowball rolling down a hill. In response, the Flow Foundation's engineering teams are collaborating with network partners and considering asset freezes. Oof, that's not good. His statement, Alex's statements have sparked a debate within the crypto community, blah, 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 blah. Not great for Flow and the Flow community. I've always been somewhat bullish on Flow as a project, but this does raise concerns. I probably would have sold too, to be honest with you. Danny, I'm casting you on the big screen. Wow, I get some stuff done in the house. Nice. I'm on TV, y'all. I'm on the TV, Emma. Richie Rich, my guy. What's going on, man? Glad to see you're feeling much better. Guys, I'm blowing 7 different kinds of smoke. Like I said, J Money, what's up, fam? Bulbasaur in the house. Happy to make a live. Hope you're feeling better. I'm feeling great, man. I got the shakes that'll make you quake, my guy. What else do we have? Let's go back over and talk more about Tom Lee and BitMine. They hold $3.5 billion in unrealized losses in their Ethereum holdings. But in the future, for me personally, I don't think that's going to be an issue, guys. I think that Tom Lee is pretty close. I'm not saying that Ethereum's going to be $20,000 like Tom Lee says by the end of 2026 or anything like that, but I do think Ethereum eventually will be $25,000+, right? At some point in the big picture. So accumulating it like they are and staking it right now, genius. Tom Lee's BitMine Technologies faces $3.5 billion in unrealized losses from its Ethereum holdings, impacting 3.4% of Ethereum's circulating supply, according to recent reports. BitMine's Ethereum loss underscores potential centralization risks and market volatility because they hold such a big supply, right? They affect the centralization or decentralized aspect of it, similar to how Michael Saylor and Strategy holds 660,000 Bitcoin. Can you really consider that decentralized at that point when one entity controls that much of the supply and can affect the network, can affect the price on a massive scale like that? The word decentralized kind of falls by the wayside, right? Ray, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, my guy. Good to see you. BitMine, initially led by Chairman Tom Lee, BitMine holds over 4 million Ethereum, aiming to capture 5% of Ethereum's supply. The company shows no distress amid their ongoing accumulation, so they're just buying the dip. They don't care that they're down, $3.5 billion or something like that. They control right now. They control 3.4% of the circulating supply. The company continues to their purchases influence Ethereum's price, essentially, right, and supply dynamics. Despite the losses, BitMine anticipates long-term gains, like I said, guys, in Ethereum's potential. And I agree with this, guys, because listen to me, okay? The tokenization of real-world assets, which really comes into fruition about mid-2026, right? It's all going to be done, or the bulk of it is going to be done on Ethereum. Ethereum, I'm losing my voice here. So I do agree in that aspect with Tom Lee that the big picture for Ethereum and a lot of the tokenization of real-world assets is going to be done on their network. That is big news and, massive potential for the project moving forward, guys. That's why they hold so much of it. Let's keep going, though. We're not done. We got a couple of short clips. Scaramucci says Solana will flip Ethereum.
I know that you said previously that Solana will flip Ethereum. Talk to me about timeline there.
Tomorrow.
Well, I think it will flip Ethereum. That doesn't mean Ethereum's going down or anything like that. I think there's going to be market share for Ethereum. I think they could both grow. But I think from a market capitalization perspective, I think Solana will end up growing faster. In fact, who is chain monogamous? And so, is it okay to be not chain monogamous?
I think so. I think
Holy chainery.
I think that we're all a little bit.
It's not
Holy.
it's not an amorous thing. It just has to do with the realities of investing. It's like owning a lot of stocks in your portfolio. But to me, I just think that it is the fastest growing chain. That's the most activity of like the top 50 chains combined. It's got lots of use cases, lots of versatility. It's easy to develop on, and it's very low fees to transact on. And it's got great tokenomics if you want to stake your Solana like I do, or if you want to buy BSOL, which is a staking ETF. So there's so many different things that make me believe that it will flip Ethereum. Having said all of that, that's not me saying anything negative about Ethereum. It's really talking about the promise of Solana.
Oh, he's fighting Ethereum. No, he's fighting Ethereum. I heard it. You heard it. All right, let's keep it going here, guys. Chat is kind of quiet. So, most overhyped narratives of 2025 and what aged terribly. Let's get into it here, guys. This is a fascinating little piece. So, number one on the list, meme coins that promised endless riches. Maybe because of the noise, meme coins were impossible to ignore in 2025. They dominated social media timelines, Telegram groups, and trending token lists. With new meme coins launched daily, often with nothing more than a funny image, a catchy name, and a promise that this one would be the next big thing. Meme coins are tokens inspired by jokes. We all know that. Many traders jumped into the tokens because of massive gains seen in earlier meme coin cycles, and stories of overnight millionaires spread quickly, which is how a lot of people get indoctrinated into crypto. They think They're going to get rich in a week. Let me put $500 into this coin. I should walk out with about 8 million based on my math, because people are telling me that this project with 7 zeros behind the dots is going to $1, so I'm going to be a quadrillionaire, right? For newer traders especially, meme coins felt like shortcuts to fast profits in a market that seemed to reward bold bets. But beneath the excitement, most of these projects shared the same weakness. They lacked real utility and had no meaningful technology and offered no clear path to long-term adoption. Cliff, what's up, man? Hope you had a great Christmas. I'm still having a great Christmas, brother. God bless you too, my friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up. Absolutely, man. In many cases, insiders and early holders exited during the hype, leaving late buyers holding assets that quickly lost momentum, while some meme coins maintained short bursts of relevancy. Like, we did see some good meme coin plays through 2025, this cycle as a whole. Some were in 2024, but you had like Bonk and Pepe and stuff like that. There was like Myro and Myra, and like there was a lot of decent meme coin plays throughout this entire cycle for sure. If already topped in October, what month of 2026 should altcoins start pumping? Or that's interesting, passenger, that in 2018, we saw Bitcoin top. We saw altcoins not top for like, I think it was 18 months or something like that after Bitcoin had topped. So that would lead us probably sometime in the end of early 2027, you could see, if we were going by that, right? Narrative number 2 that was overhyped in 2025: AI coins that were more noise than innovation. Artificial intelligence was huge buzzword in 2025 across tech and finance, so naturally crypto projects tried to attach that label to their tokens. 3 projects promised AI integration. They promised AI integration, such as giving tokens power through machine learning, chatbots, and automated market bots. Still, in most cases, the AI element was just a marketing angle, not a real working technical advantage. So we saw a lot of altcoins try to attach the AI narrative tag to their project simply by adding like an AI bot or something like that to their network or to their platform, when really they weren't really an AI project, right? Number 3, celebrity-led tokens that failed to deliver. Crypto and celebrity culture, it wasn't really that big this time around. I mean, we saw Andrew Tate, we saw Trump, we saw Trump's wife, but that was really it. Those were more meme coins too, right? It wasn't like the 2021 cycle where you had way more celebrities involved in crypto back then. NFT-led metaverse rivals that felt empty. Yeah, metaverse wasn't really a big thing either, or NFTs through this cycle, through 2025. So I don't know what they're talking about there. They never really gained any momentum, NFTs or metaverse plays that I saw. Number 5 and 6, we got layer 2 meme coin token chains that promise new frontiers, stuff like probably Shiba Inu, for example, stuff like that. And then number 6, the next big thing tokens that were just copycats, like Pepe 2.0 and AI meme tokens copying each other. So like you saw the first AI created meme coin in Turbo, and then you started seeing all these other AI created meme coins start coming out, trying to add the AI narrative and stuff is what they're talking about, right? And number 7, speculative narratives with little adoption. So what are we talking about here? Doesn't really give us a list. Anyway, what hypes these why these narratives didn't age well? Hype moved faster than development, lack of clear utility, emotional investing, and attention is not adoption, right? What these fizzled narratives taught us, despite the disappointment over these hyped stories, offered valuable lessons for traders. Look for utility. Why do you think we talk about in our VIP community? We talk decentralized finance, right? We talk RWA, we talk DPIN. These are the things we talk about, stuff that's actually going to be used in the real world. We dropped projects in our community early, like XCN, like Zbeck, for example, right? And many, many more. So if you get in early on these plays, guys, right, the sky is the limit. So what else do we have? Do we have anything else? Let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. Have you heard of Monad? What are your thoughts? Yes, I am bullish on Monad. Very bullish on Monad. Let's see here. Yeah, MON. Yes, it's down right now, but I am bullish on it as a whole. $225 million market cap right now for Monad. But as a whole, I am bullish on it as a smart contract platform. I'm seeing some bigger companies behind the scenes investing and holding onto Monad. So yes, in fact, I do have a video coming out, a deep dive video on Monad. You guys know I just finished doing a deep dive video on Midnight. Came out a couple days ago, I think last week. I'm doing a similar deep dive video into Monad. So yes, I am bullish on it. Isaac, why do you like SUI so much, and how do you think it will do? I wouldn't say I like SUI so much. SUI has the potential in the next true altcoin season. SUI is one of the projects that has the potential to see a Solana-like run, right? It also, however, has the potential to fall flat on its face. It really comes down to how much the network is used, how much it's built on, and how it has continued to develop over the next couple of years, right? So, but I am bullish on it. The potential is there for SUI, for sure. So yeah. All right, guys, listen, I got some coaching calls I got to get to over in the VIP community. Get over there. The link is down below. It's in the chat, guys. I'm going to put it in the chat again right now for you. It's in the pinned comments. Make sure you get over there. Join us today. We are updating everything over there, expanding what I'm putting into my portfolio. I'm moving over and expanding it, not just from crypto, but also into stocks, precious metals, and any other investments I'm getting into. We will be covering a lot of that moving forward as well. Get over there, guys. Book your coaching calls as well. Get the assistance and guidance that you need, whether it's portfolio structure, exit plans, finding gems, learning how to do research. All of our courses are free to you as a Patreon member. Join the community today, guys. I will see you later tonight. Happy holidays, guys. Thank you for being here. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you in the next one, guys. God bless.